Get this backpack on sale for $13.50. Wait, there's more. How about these magnetic couples heart keychain, starting at $4.50. Haul aboard, get this lit bomber jacket for 30 smackaroos. Last but not least, this lit watch, no cap my dude, on sale only $40.50. Scan the QR code. You still here? Go home, dog.
Showtime with Ration Blighton, prepare to get triggered. Ready, set, go. Get triggered. Two genders, male and female. The world makes sense again. New heroes, agenda big fail. Get triggered.
Welcome to Get Triggered. Ration Blighton here. Today we're going to be talking about why in the world, if you're a Democrat, why in the world would you want to support someone? Number one, well, let me rephrase. If you are an American and you want to, why would you want to support someone that's illegal? That's number one. Number two, someone that had a restraining order against them from the wife of his kids. So we're going to be talking about this. Let's read this story here from townhall.com. How Abrego Garcia's wife reacted when asked about those domestic abuse allegations, and her answer says it all. It says everything. So before we get there, I don't like this feedback. What's going on here? Let's see here. What's going on? What's going on? Let's see if it's still good. Okay, I took that off. I was hearing myself. It was not. Anyway, so let's dive into the story here. How Abrego Garcia's wife reacted when asked about those domestic abuse allegations. It says everything. Just look at these sorry set of bunches. You got one. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 ninjas in there, and some other whites and some Hispans over there. Her reaction says it all. Jennifer Vasquez, Shura's notable pause when asked if she was afraid of her husband. Abrego Garcia, when she filed a protection order against him in 2021. You did take out an order of protection against your husband in 2021. Were you in fear of your husband? Asked GMA co-host Michael Strahan. After a long pause, Shura said, "My husband is alive. That's all I can say." "Okay, I'm not going to press you on that," replied Strahan. So let's listen to it right here. Let's listen to this. Oh, the speaker, why is it not playing? Why am I not hearing it? All right, what's going on? Let's see here. All right, hold on. Give me a second. How do you rewind this? Let's rewind this and see. I probably don't have my. I don't know if I could do that while I'm recording. Go to the settings. It might mess it up, but let's see here. Let's go to the settings. Is it still recording? Yes, it seems to be still. Okay, let's see. Let's go to audio. The desktop. It is enabled, so it should be playing. It should definitely be playing. Let's see. Let's change it to. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but let's see. I want to hear her say the words.
21. Were you in fear of your husband?
All right, what is going on here? What a go on, as the Jamaicans would say. Let's see. Give me a second here. Let's see what we got. Input. Okay, and what's the output? Output. I don't see it. Huh, interesting. I really want to hear her answer to the question. Okay, so output, we have we have no output here. That's why all the outputs are disabled. Okay, let's see here. Let's enable one of these outputs. Why are all these disabled? This is not good. Okay, so let's do this. Let's try virtual audio disabled, virtual audio. I don't want the virtual. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see if we can enable this. All right, let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. I still don't hear anything. This is annoying. This is messing up my show. I'm gonna get triggered now. I'm about to get triggered. This is nuts. What in the world, man? I'm not understand. Oops. I'm hitting all kind of buttons here. I'm getting irritated here. Okay, so let's see here. Let's try that. Apply and okay. Take it off of studio. Let's try to play that again. Well, I got nothing. Anyway, I'm not gonna bother with that. Although I don't like to give up. I am not a person who like to give up at all. All right, get this email thread out of there. Let's see. Interesting. Dang it. I'm getting frustrated. I'm really getting frustrated. Okay, yeah, something is up. I'm not hearing any sound. Playback. Okay, everything is annoying me right now. Well, things are not going like I wanted it to go here. Is the enemy trying to suppress the truth here? Let's see here. All right, let's try this one. Okay. Let's see if that did anything. I am determined, folks. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on this. Okay. This might be the one. I heard some bells go off there. Set as default.
That's all I can say.
All right.
Have to ask it. You did take out a temporary order of protection against your husband in 2021. Were you in fear of your husband?
My husband is alive. That's all I can say.
Okay, and I'm not going to push on that apparently. But
okay, so clearly, as someone who been through her situation as far as abuse wise goes, you're in fear. Of course you are. You're not going to admit it because you're still in fear, because in your mind, what if he gets out? Because right now, in her mind, she's probably thinking he might get out, and if he comes back and I admit I'm in fear of him, he's going to beat me more. So it's clear that the lady is in fear of him. Clear. So anyway, Strahan should have pressed. He should have. He should have pressed her. He should have definitely pressed her on that issue there. You have, let's see, he's become the latest poster boy for the anti-Trump resistance. He's called a Maryland man. I mean, I just don't understand how insane Democrats, actually progressives, because the progressives have clearly taken over the Democrats Party. Clearly have they taken over. Like if you see my shorts where I talked about, they're saying AOC is the front runner for the Democrat um, nomination to be president in 2028. It's just laughable. Please do it. I implore you. Please do it, because it was ensure a landslide for us, the Republicans. I mean, he's not a Maryland man. He's not a Maryland constituent. But that's what the media keep referring to as. They're sick and psychotic. If you need any more proof how evil and psychotic and satanic they are, well, voila, there you go. With endless stories about how his MS-13 ties are dubious. New Justice Department documents prove Garcia's affiliation. He's also a wife beater. And this, it doesn't say alleged, he is. The Democrats went all in on making this some martyr, and he's a piece of trash. The media and the Democrats can't play at this level anymore. Not with Trump on the political scene. They can't beat him. So let's see here. DOJ has just uploaded documents on Abrego Garcia's 2019 arrest. So let's switch over to that and read that. Let's see, can you see that on the screen there? Good. On March 28, 2019, at approximately 2:27, Detective Redacted with his Hattsville City Police observed 4 individuals loitering in the parking lot of the Home Depot located at 3301 East West Highway in Hattsville, MD 20782. As Department Redacted approached the individuals, 2 of the individuals reached into their waistbands and discarded several unknown items under a parked vehicle. All 4 individuals were stopped by Hattsville officers. Department Redacted immediately recognized Christian Hernandez Romero, aka Bimbo, as a member of the MS-13 Sailors clique. 2 small plastic bottles containing marijuana was located on the scene. All 4 individuals were transported back to District 1 for interviews. Member of the Prince George's County Gang Unit MS-13 Intelligence Squad have encountered Christian Hernandez Romero on multiple occasions. He has an extensive criminal history for multiple assaults, concealing dangerous weapon, burglary, and many other criminal offenses. He has also been found guilty of gang participation in the circuit court for Prince George's County in December of 2018. Officers know Hernandez Romero to be an active MS-13 gang member with the Sailors clique with the rank of observation. What is that? I don't know what. Anyway, and his moniker of Bimbo, Bimbo, Bimbo. What a name there. Let's see. There more? Oh, there's more. This whole page here is redacted. Observe, well, the top half of the page is redacted. Observe, he was wearing a Chicago Bulls hat and a hoodie with rolls of money covering the eyes, ears, and mouth of the presidents on the separate denominations. Officers know such clothing to be indicative of the Hispanic gang culture. So what do you think about that? You still think he's a Maryland man? He's a Maryland father? You still think that, you stupid pathetic fools, you? Wake up, you idiots! That's all I gotta say on that. Let's see, there's more. DOJ. Oh no, this. What's this part of it? Is this different? Let's see what this is. This might be different here. Let's see here. Can I make this bigger? I can't see this. Well, I can't quite read this, and my eyes are bad, so let's see here. I can't read this unless I save it and blow it up. Let's see. Forget it. I'm not gonna go through that. The point, it tells you right here what it is. DOJ releases additional information about Maryland man and illegal alien Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And in 2019, I think we read that already. So this is just being repeated. So let's get back over here. What is this here? This might be something. Let's see here. The DOJ and the DHS released Kilmar documents. Okay, he was arrested. We read that already. Look at the Maryland man. Don't he have a face that a mother can love? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Let's see. What is this? Kilmar Abria's wife, Jennifer Vasquez Sewer, has strategically censored her parents' left hand, in the photos she uploaded. Can you release the full resolution photo? Nope. They won't do it. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, you see how she put hearts over his hand, censoring it. But if you look on the right, you can see what it is. It's clearly part of that gang. You're not fooling anyone, you dumb broad. Okay, so let's see else. What else we got here? The public reactions stunt. The public relations stunt has become a kind of a contribution event for Trump and the Republicans. So there you go. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Really unbelievable. I don't know what else you can say about it. Just pathetic, pathetic, pathetic. Well, let's see, while I'm here, I want to bring your attention to, let's see if I can find this real quick. Where is this? I want to turn your attention to this book that is very it's something that American Christians should really read. Let's see if I could get this going here. Let's go flip over to this. Where is it? Here we go. It's very cool. In fact, earlier this morning we had our men's Saturday Bible study, And I wanted to bring this up, but we they don't want us to get political, anything political. We try to keep that out of it. It's just about Jesus. But in my opinion, us American Christians, we need to wake up to this. The book, it says, against the teachings of Christ, how American churches betray the gospel, and it's by Elias Shepard. And I'll just read the synopsis here. It says, and I'll put the link in the description if you this is something that interests you. In a time when truth is traded for tolerance and conviction is replaced with compromise, against the teachings of Christ boldly exposes how many American churches across all denominations have strayed from the gospel of Jesus Christ. With unwavering reliance on the King James Version of the Bible, author Elias Shepard confronts the church's growing alliance to Democrat policies, and that's why I wanted to include this, because clearly what's going on here is these Democrat policies is the reason why the country is in shambles, and the church are in shambles because of the same thing. It's allowed these Democrat policies to interject and to take over the teachings of Jesus Christ. But let's continue reading what the synopsis says. I just had to throw my 2 cents in there because it's true. It really is. Let's see, where are we? So, with the Democrat policies that promote abortion, transgender ideology, the silencing of biblical values, and the embrace of unbiblical social movements. How else, I don't need to read any more of this. I'm going to put the link in the description. In fact, I might put one of those cards so you could click on it. But this is a very, if you are an American Christian, or at least if you're one that believes this and you know others that are not, you should steer them towards this very important book here. I find it to be fascinating. The author even put out a video on this, but I'm not gonna I'm not here to do an infomercial on it. But the book really points out the sad state of affair that Christians in America has sunk to a new low. And I wanted to bring it up because we are tomorrow is Easter Sunday, the resurrection, and I wanted to point you towards this and not towards a fictional Easter bunny for your kids to go hunting for eggs. Speaking of which, I had the scariest thing this past Friday. So my dog Maggie, I think I've shown you her. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen her, and you've probably seen her here too. But she she was moaning. Anytime she moans, there's usually my sugar glider is out of the cage or there's a bunny outside. But I never heard her moan like this. She was constantly moaning and she would not let me sleep. So I said, okay, Maggie, fine, let's go. I can't say the word, otherwise they'll get excited thinking I want to bring them out. But I said, let's go. So I took them out. I opened the back door and boom, right there in my backyard, a big, big, massive black bear, like standing not that far away from where we are. I was like, what? I've never seen one. I mean, the closest I've had was one when I would walk the dogs in the when I go hiking, and one ran straight across us, but never this close where it's standing and staring eye to eye. And so we found out who is the guard and protective dog in the family, and that is Maggie. Maggie showed no fear you know, Chip was going to go to the bathroom. Chip essentially just ignored it and was going to go to the bathroom. I don't know. I mean, all the stories I've heard, black bears, they don't generally attack they won't attack you unless, like, if they were with cubs, that'd be a different story. But I'm not taking any chances, so I am yelling and screaming for the dogs to come back in, and Chip listened to me. He came right back to me. But Maggie, I think it's the half of her that's a border collie that just had to protect the home and get that bear out of there. So she started barking and trying to, like, lunging at it, and the bear just standing looking at her, like, probably saying it, thinking in his head or her head, "Look at this little snack I'm gonna have if it comes any closer." And I'm frantically screaming, "Get in here, get in here!" But she just kept barking and barking and lunging and surrounding the bear. And then finally, the bear went into the front yard and then left. That was something, dudes. I was like, wow, man, was I talk about getting triggered. I was triggered. I immediately ordered. They have these things and they're illegal. If anyone know what I'm talking about here, specifically if anyone in Canada, you probably do know because it's legal in Canada. I think once it was legal in America, but I can't buy any. These things is called bear bangers. I wanted to order some, and they're all coming from Canada, and they don't ship here. So something must have happened where obviously people misuse it because it's essentially an explosive, and you shoot it in the air, and it makes a loud bang noise like a gun and scares the bears away. So I tried to get those, and that's not possible. So I ended up buying these. Which my neighbors are gonna hate me. Essentially an alarm, a motion sensor alarm that comes on at night, and it has 130 decibel of an alarm noise and dogs barking. So yeah, I'm hoping I get too much complaints from my neighbors, but I had to do something. So I got that, and I'm going to eventually, probably tomorrow. I don't know if the stores are open. It is Easter, but I'm gonna go get some bear spray because I heard that that's more. From what I read, some people are saying that's more effective anyway than the bear bangers. But I wanted to get some bear bangers. But anyway, let me know if you think that he's a Maryland man, and if so, why? Why would you? And if you do think he's a Maryland man, answer the question. If I'm from El Salvador and I come to America across the border and I'm sent back to El Salvador, how does that make me a Maryland man? Does that make sense to anyone with a brain? I mean, let me know. I'm just asking the question. Am I allowed to ask the question, or am I not allowed to ask the question? I mean, how pathetic are you people? You're really just pathetic. I don't know how else to put it. You're really pathetic. So anyway, support the program. Get our merch. You saw the ad, and I'll play a little bit. I'll play it again, and then help the show to grow. Share, 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 and I will see you in the next one.
Hey there, supporters. Get this backpack on sale for $13.50. Wait, there's more. How about these magnetic couples heart keychain, starting at $4.50. Haul aboard, get this lit bomber jacket for 30 smackaroos. Last but not least, this lit watch, no cap ma dude, on sale only $40.50. Scan the QR code. You still here? Go home, dog.
Choose life, don't sleep around. Be responsible, silly clown. Prepare to get triggered. Get triggered. I am somebody, it may be your body, but it's my life. Be try putting me up for adoption. Get triggered.